Welcome back to another episode of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. I am Jamie G. Esquire, the fifth, the third man off the bench at the local courthouse. I'm here at Magnum Mills to get our wager on for Week 6 NFL season. It's here, Mills. Joe Flacco came off the couch. Frank Reynolds came out of the couch. Where are you coming from, Mills?
From a place where they're still doing phrasing.
So we're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore.
Ideally, I'd be coming from bed and getting a good night's sleep, but the odds on that aren't good. But the odds of you making a couple of bucks to finance your weekend just improved because you're checking out Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by CSGAP Fantasy Football. Thanks for checking out our show. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. We're on social media at CSGAPFF and on the World Wide Web at CSGAPFF.com. Nice and easy to remember, just like the flaps. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please remember to click the thumb.
We are talking about all of the games on Sunday except for Sunday Night Football. Check our feed for our episode discussion on Sunday and Monday night. So that gives us 11 games on the menu for Week 6. And as usual, just got to share all information is accurate as of Friday, October 11th. We're getting our odds and wagering options from the DraftKings Sportsbook. No, we're not sponsored. And yes, you should shop around and get the best odds available at whatever books are available legally in your state. For the sake of simplicity, we're using DraftKings. You know, we're going to start out with a little transparency time. We always do. Mills, go ahead and tell us, where do we stand through Thursday Night Football, a Week 6? How we doing?
Jamie G, we're going to leave you right where you stand, just like a little gangstar featuring Jada Kiss. On the season, if you combine our favorite wagers, our top of the props, our lottery tickets, our touchdown wagers, our bankroll battle, and our collaborative tripod wagers, I am up about 1,308 coins on the season. That puts me in the lead. Our collaborative tripods are up 955 coins on the season. Jamie G, you are trailing here with the caboose. You're down about 468 coins, but you just hit your first lottery ticket. You did pretty well on Thursday Night Football. You're turning around. So as a show, we are up about 1,795 cricket coins on the season. The cricket coin being the preferred fake currency of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. Soon to be a crypto thing. Maybe, maybe not. Stay tuned and find out.
This is a slate here with a little something for everyone. Mills, anything jump out and stand out to you here from a wager standpoint about the Sunday main slate games?
It's a house of pain slate, dude. You can jump around to basically wherever you want. You have 2 games with totals over 50, 3 games with totals under 38. You could have turnover filled, just ugly, nasty, just 2 yards in a cloud of dust kind of in matchups here, and then you could have some crazy shootouts. Not even possible. I can see 1 or 2 of these games creeping up into that 60-point territory. Saw it shoot out a little bit on Thursday night. It could keep going here. You have 3 quarterbacks making their first starts of the season, and 2 rookie quarterbacks getting thrown in there. You got a bunch of divisional matchups, and we've seen all these upsets happen. I think you can poke holes in most of the big favorites this week. I do think I feel a little bit more confident this week as far as in past weeks, but definitely I don't think there's really a team that feels very clean out there. And Justin Fields is my guy. At least he has been for a while. Looks like Russell Wilson's going to be active, so he might need to beat the Raiders to keep that Steelers job. Keeping an eye on that one against Aiden O'Connell there. That game could be interesting. Not quite sure which way to go. We'll see, how it works out in the end. But as far as the main slate, Jamie G, my favorite game, probably not going to surprise you. I want to check out the Commanders at Ravens game. I think that's going to be a good one to check out. What's the game outside of the Bills game you're most excited to watch? And anything, thoughts you have about the slate here?
Yeah, I think that the over and unders are kind of wild this week. I mean, when you look at the variance, I think I saw a 36 and a half and then a 52. And it's like that's a big swing on the lowest, and the highest scores of the week. And I think we'll get there on both of them, honestly. Outside of that, we've got another week where injuries are really starting to take shape, and we got a new quarterback down in New Orleans. I think we're going back to to Aiden O'Connell in Vegas, and we might get a Russell Wilson appearance. So there's new faces, all of which will impact the betting slate for this weekend. Like you, Mills, I am definitely excited about Washington at Baltimore. In a surprise one, I'm kind of excited to see Cincinnati and the Giants. I know people are like, why, Jamie G? Those are 2 terrible ass teams. Yes, but I'm really curious to see if if the Giants can kind of continue to do what they've done offensively against a defense that's extremely underperformed in Cincinnati, and then if Cincinnati can continue to score and have one of the better offenses in football in terms of production and where this thing meets in the middle. So just generally curious about that one, but I think Washington at Baltimore is the game of the week. It's going to be a ton of fun. Can't wait to watch that one.
He's so excited for the Sunday night football game. He's throwing it in here, but yeah, I am also excited for that one. And I don't know if it's a full-on Alanis Morissette ironic alert here, but the lowest total on the day so far, it's a 35 and a half, and that's the Chargers and the Broncos, two teams that both are quarterbacks healthy. You have all this other kind of nonsense going off. You have that low of a total hung on a game where theoretically both teams are pretty healthy.
Yeah, that's
It's wild, man.
unbelievable. It really is, man. Just 2024 is the year of craziness in the NFL. We're just starting the episode here, but we're gonna shoot right up to the top of the props. We've got a few of our favorite props from Sunday and one tripod where we put our heads together. We come up with a three-leg single prop parlay just for you. Mills, take us to the top of the props.
All right, Jamie G, we mentioned those games with the high totals. One of those is the Lions at the Cowboys. I don't know that the Cowboys have any semblance of a rushing attack, despite Rico Dowdle doing okay last week. I think the Lions are going to force them to put points on the board. We saw Geno Smith post huge numbers against the Lions. Give me Dak Prescott, 300 plus passing yards, plus 150. Absolutely love that one. Next up, I'm going back to my guy a little bit. He's getting a little bit more workload here, eating into Tony Pollard's share. Tajay Spears of the Titans are coming out of the bye. I think they're going to get him more involved here. I like him to have 50 plus rushing plus receiving yards, minus 110. So playing it pretty straight up there. If you're putting 100 cricket coins on it, bringing home about 191. But I like that. Just needs to catch a couple passes, rush for 30 yards or so. No problem. I think he's clearing that one quite nicely. And then finally, I'm going to go right back to that Dallas at Detroit game. Dallas is another one of these defenses that's been giving it up, especially on the ground. Give me David Montgomery, 60 plus rushing yards. He doesn't have the highest ceiling in the world, but the dude has one of the best floors in the game right now. I feel very confident he's getting to 60 rushing yards. I'm willing to go even up to the 100-yard prop, depending on what I'm doing here. But 60 feels like a nice number at plus 100. So 100 to bring back to very nice and even money there. That's three for me. Jamie G, what are you working with as far as the top of the props this week?
I tell you what, Mills, love the Dak Prescott. Really, really love, double damn love the David Montgomery. I will be playing that one this week as well. I've got four props that really jumped out to me this week. First up, I got Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions. It's minus 130. I think that's going to be a little bit of a sneaky shootout here. And I think Baltimore signaled that they've been having some issues on defense this past week when the defensive coordinator announced that he's bringing back Dean Pease, the Peas man, in a senior advisory role. I think they're really struggling to play Raven football defense. They're giving up a lot of points. And I think because of that, the Ravens on offense are going to have to move the football through the air. And I think Zay Flowers is going to get some work here, man. I'm not confident in Washington's back end. I think Washington's been so surprising offensively that you've kind of forgotten about how poor they've been on the back end of that defense. I think Zay Flowers can have a day here. So over 4.5 receptions there. 100 cricket coins, take home 176 cricket coins and 92 cricket cents. I also am going to go with a former Mills guy who still kind of has a soft spot for him. DeAndre Swift over 20 and a half receiving yards, minus 110. Here's the logic here. Jacksonville has been giving up crazy amounts of receiving yards to the running back virtually against every single team they've played. I mean, we're talking about 60 plus yards, 40 plus yards, 60 plus yards, 80 plus yards, 100 plus yard games against the running back in the receiving field, all 5 games. So I expect that trend to continue in London, across the pond with DeAndre Swift. I think they can screen him. I think he can get some big plays. Over 20 and a half receiving yards, minus 110, 100 cricket coins, take home 190 and 90 cent. Feeling that one. And then Mills, I do have one of your guys, Eagles own Saquon Barkley, over 85 and a half rushing yards. I just think that they're going to run the football, run it well, get a lead. He's going to bust off a couple big ones here. I'm not confident in the defense of Cleveland. I think they've been giving up a lot of points and a lot of yardage. I think Saquon Barkley can do his thing here, minus 115. 100 cricket coins. I'll take home 186 cricket coins, 95 cricket cent. And then last but not least, scurry Terry McLaurin. Longest reception over 23 and a half yards. I think I'm going to play this one, Mills, until it doesn't happen. It just seems like every week we're going to see Terry McLaurin hit a deep one or two. So I think he gets there, man. Longest reception over 23 and a half yards. It's minus 115. Again, all these are available on DraftKings. 100 cricket coins to win, 186 cricket coins, and 95 cricket cents.
I love that you're exactly. The man doesn't even round up. He's one of those dudes. He goes to the grocery store. Like, you want to add 13 cents to that? Like, no, I'm not going to lighten your tax burden. You can donate your own 13 cents. We can spend that. We have ways to spend that 13 cents.
100%. It all adds up.
All right, that brings us to our prop tripod. Jamie G liked what you did with Zay Flowers, just wanted to get a little bit more juice on it. So we have Zay Flowers 60 plus receiving yards. That gets it up to plus 105 for that leg. Same kind of thing with David Montgomery, just giving it a little bit of spice here because spice is nice, going up to 70 plus rushing yards for David Montgomery. That gets it up to plus 150. And then finally, you were doing an Eagles thing. Let's do it with the Eagles. A.J. Brown, anytime touchdown scorer. I think he's catching one. He's got the best connection with Hurts there, the bigger body. He's going to have a good game, I feel. First game back since the opener after hurting himself with the hamstring injury in practice. So like that leg is plus 155 on its own. You put those three legs together, you get plus 1206. So 100 coins to bring home 13 and 6 coins. I like that. It feels very viable, and I especially like those first two legs. You can take those Zay Flowers 60 plus, that David Montgomery 70 plus, mix and match to your anytime touchdown or third leg of your choice. But I think that's a very solid stool we built there. It'll stand up nicely.
I don't think it's even going to wobble. I like that stool a lot.
Yeah, thank you for not going the other way you could have gone with the solid stool comment. So thank you.
You're welcome. The saga continues, and yes, Wu-Tang is forever, but our quest is to find the one true king of the end zone. Mills, bring us up to date on our quest thus far.
Jamie G, we're lost in the woods. We're running out of food. If this was Wagon Train, we would be about to die of dysentery, or Oregon Trail, or whatever your version of the game is called. We have absolutely been getting slaughtered in these, so we're trying to change it up a little bit. It didn't work last week. We're going to go back to the well one more time, and if this doesn't work out, then we're going to find something else, because that's a part of wagering, is you have to find what works, what doesn't. This isn't working right now, so if it doesn't work, stop chasing, bad money with good. Cut your losses, do something else, but we're giving it one more run here. We're each trying to give 3 touchdown scores. We're doing it Buffalo Wing style. We got mild, we got medium, we got hot. Basically just an odds thing. For the mild one, we're looking for any touchdown score, anytime touchdown scorer. That's plus 125 or shorter. For the medium, anything between plus 126 and plus 500. And for the hot boy, anything that's plus 501 or above. I'm going to do it, Jamie G. I'm feeling it this week. We're going to find the king. If we don't find the king, we're going to at least find like the prince's barber's cousin's uncle's nephew or something like that. I don't know. We're finding somebody. It's happening. I'm going right back there with David Montgomery, anytime touchdown, minus 150. He's the preferred short yardage back there. I wouldn't even mind taking a little bit of a combo with him and Gibbs, both to find the end zone, but love David Montgomery there. That's my mild, minus 150. Stepping up into the medium, give me Cardinals tight end, Trey McBride, plus 230. Been targeted a couple times there, just hasn't come down with one yet. He's definitely the best big body weapon they have in the receiving game down in the end zone. I like him to get there in another game that could be kind of a sneaky shootout in Green Bay. And finally, the hot boy staying right there in Green Bay. Give me Jaden Reed, 2+ anytime touchdown scorer, plus 550. He's just shown a propensity to get there. And he's also one of the few wide receivers that will get rushing looks in the red area there. A little bit of a similar role to Deebo Samuel. So feeling that, plus 550, 100 coins to bring home 650. Jamie G, take us to the king, or at least somebody who knows somebody about the king.
It might not be the king, but it could be the king's bastard. We'll find out.
We'll take a bastard at this point.
We will take a bastard.
John Stone's looking real good right now, man.
Yeah, the bloodline is still there, basically. All right, our mild pick for me, I'm just going to go back to the well. Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown score. It's minus 265, so if you're going to play this, you might want to consider it parlaying it with something else, but 100 cricket coins there to take home 137 and 73 cents on the cricket coins. My medium, I'm gonna do one of your guys, man. You mentioned it earlier, uptick in production here. I think Tajay Spears gets in the end zone. Tajay Spears, anytime touchdown score, it's plus 175. 100 cricket coins to win 275 cricket coins. And then my hot boy, baby, I'm going with the double M's, Marvin Mims Jr. Anytime touchdown score, plus 1,000, 100 cricket coins to win 1,100 cricket coins. And Mills, I'm sorry that my double M did not deliver mother's milk for you.
I thought it was going to be a missy misdemeanor, so I really I was going even another way with that one. There's a lot of good M's out there, and the Marvin Mims one could also get there. A very good returner, so not impossible that that's how he gets the end zone. Only drawn a couple targets, but if he catches one, it's probably going to be a big boy. So you go hot or go home, baby.
Name of the game. We're not asking you to love us forever, but we do hope that you're having fun. Get ready to kick it up a notch because it's time for Paula's Picks. We're going to each give a couple of our favorite underdog money lines for week 6. We're competing here head to head for a little side action, but we're also trying to determine the best approach to betting on underdogs. Should you take the points or should you just bet them straight up? Now tell me. Mills, break down the results so far this year.
So close. Mills, now tell me the results would have probably been the absolute perfect score, but that's still a solid like 7.8 from the East German judge. Last week I went 0 for 2.
Oh.
Now I'm talking hit and run, and I have that stuck in my head straight up. Thanks for that. Again, I went 0 and 2 last week. I missed on the Rams and the Saints, so I was down 200 coins on the week. Jamie G, you went 0 for 3. You missed on the Patriots, the Browns, and the Colts, so you also went down 300 coins there. On the season, I am down 39 coins overall. You are down 561 coins. All the money line wagers combined are minus 600, while the spread wagers are minus 873 cricket coins. So right now, again, it's been better to bet on the money line. We have had 3 pushes, but there still has only been one instance where we had an underdog that covered the spread but didn't win the game. So as of right now, I still think the way to go is if you think you're going to bet an underdog, just take him straight up. We will see how it works out this week. Jamie G, who do you have for us?
I got 2 this week. I'm going to go. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show. I'm going to go with Washington. They're plus 245 on the money, 7-point dogs. Battle of Maryland here, basically. So I really like this one. And then my second one, I'm going to go with Denver. I know it's a division game. They're 3-point underdogs here. I think at home. And they're plus 130. So tough place to play. I like the defense. They're scrappy. I think they could outright win this one, and at plus 130 odds, I like that. So that's where I'm going with mine too.
I like Scrappy as long as it's not Scrappy Doo. Not a big fan of the Scrappy Doo. Bigger fan of
You're
Scooby
kind of a
Doo.
jerk.
Scooby
Yeah.
Dum is my favorite Scooby Doo relative, but that is a conversation for another day. I also like the Broncos. I'm going to go there, do a show there. 3-point underdogs at home. Loving that against the Chargers, even with the Chargers coming out of a bye. That Denver defense is playing really well. I don't know if the Chargers can put up enough points. It's a lot of pressure on J.K. Dobbins. And I really was tempted to go with the Eagles, but I think Deshaun Watson deserves to lose, so I am not going to tempt fate. No reverse jinx attempting or anything like that. Give me the Patriots. They're at home, 6.5-point underdogs against the Texans, who have some problems with injuries. They're missing Nico Collins. We saw that offense struggle against the Bills when he went out. Maybe the Patriots get a little bit of a boost from Drake May. At least he could do something with his legs, make things happen. We've seen kind of this little rookie QB bounce before for a game or two before other teams get a lot of film on him, and they're kind of quite sure how to scheme them up. So I'm willing to take the chance here. I'm never a fan of going with the Patriots, but I don't mind them plus 230 here. 6.5-point home dog.
Next up, we've got something that we like to call floor versus ceiling. And here's how this thing works. We're each going to make 2 wagers, one with short odds, one with long odds. And over the course of the season, we're going to determine if you're better off playing it safe with the high floor with those bets or swinging for the fences with the high ceiling wagers. Mills, how are we doing so far this year?
Jamie G, last week we both hit our floor wagers while I hit my ceiling wager. So that was the first one of those we picked. Congratulations to me. On the season, we are 9 for 10 on the floor wagers. You're in the lead there. You've still hit all of those. Congratulations. Knock on the wood. And we are only 1 for 10 on our ceiling wagers. I hit that last week, so I am in the lead there. Overall, our floor wagers are up about 190 cricket coins on the season, while our ceiling wagers are down 590 coins. So as of right now, the floor has been the way to go. Nice and steady. It's not that comfortable, but you can sleep on it. But you still want to stay dry at night. So I think you do have to reach for that ceiling. Generally, here for our floor wagers, we're looking for something that's minus 250 or shorter. For our ceiling wagers, we're looking for something that's at plus 250 or longer. Single wagers only, no parlay action here. Jamie G, build us a house out of your floor and ceiling.
Yeah, you got to have the foundation, right? So at the floor here, I'm taking Jacksonville plus 10.5 at Chicago. I think, well, they're technically away, but this is in London. I think they could outright win this one. London's kind of their second home. I know that there's the whole, only rookie quarterback to ever win there was Trevor Lawrence and all that. That's not why I'm doing this. I just think Jacksonville's much more accustomed to kind of going there, playing there. They're going to be there 2 weeks. We've seen them last year start to turn their season around while there. They're coming off a win here. I still don't love Jacksonville's defense at all, but I do think that they can string together a win. But at plus 10.5, it's minus 489 odds for a reason here. But I think they hit that 100 cricket coins to win, 120 cricket coins. And then the ceiling, I got Jaden Daniels 3+ touchdown passes. It's plus 500. I think he can do it. 100 cricket coins to win 600 cricket coins. Be interesting to see if either or both of those hit.
Yeah, that is definitely a nice play with Jaden Daniels there. There's a lot of ways you can go to that, especially if you think that game is really going to shoot out. I like the options there, both in wagering, in DFS, and your regular fantasy football, just to watch that game. Very excited about that one. All right, JBG, floor wager. I'm going to be not as cautious as you, but still pretty cautious here. I'm going with an alternate total. Give me Detroit at Dallas over 45 points. That drops it down to minus 267. So 100 coins to bring home about 137 and a half. Very confident that that'll clear the 45 with ease, but we're trying to be nice and safe here with the floor. And I'm going to do something risky for the ceiling. The number isn't crazy, but it feels riskier than it should be for this time of year because of who he is. Give me Mark Andrews, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 255. Every other touchdown is scored for the Ravens, right? I figure it's got to be his time. It's going to be a shootout. Commanders haven't been that good at covering opposing tight ends, so I think it's happening this week. Go ahead and even plug him in your fantasy lineups, at least for this week. Mark Andrews, fine in the end zone, plus 255. Mark it down.
Unfortunately, we aren't rich yet, but we do have a dollar and a dream. We're going to help you take that single dollar and turn it into enough dollars to plant your own money tree, and you'll be swimming like Scrooge McDuck before you know it, diving headfirst into the money bin. Mills, have we achieved our dreams yet?
Jamie G, I have not achieved any of the dreams as far as what we're talking about here with the dollar and a dream. Other dreams, possibly, but that is a story for another time. We both went 0 for last week. We're both 0 for on the season, so we're each down $5, down $10 in total. But we can live with that, right? We still got some change in the car cup holder there, under the couch, whatever. You can find it somewhere. Maybe you have $3 random in an Venmo account you forgot about. Who knows? We got a couple of bucks there for it. So Jamie G, show us the way this week, man. You got a dollar. What's the dream? How you getting there?
Yeah, there's a dollar, there's a dream, and we've got a roadmap to get there. It's kind of like the roadmap to the stars, except this is a roadmap to your dreams, which includes lots and lots of money. 5-leg parlay for that ass. First up, we got Jaden Daniels, 2+ passing touchdowns, plus 120 by itself. We've got Jacksonville minus 2.5 in London against the Bears, plus 118 on the alternate spread there. We got the boy Baker. Bacon pies, all right? Baker Mayfield, 3+ touchdown passes. That's plus 400 by itself. Mills guy, A.J. Brown, back off the hammy, and he gets 2 anytime touchdown scores. That's plus 1,100, getting in the end zone twice. And then Jamar Gibbs also gets in the end zone twice with 2+ anytime touchdown scores, plus 500 by itself. Put it all together, we have a whopping plus 172,556 odds here. $1, just one singular dollar will win you $1,726.56. Get it?
My man, that is what I'm talking about there. Now, that is a dream worth dreaming. Very, very big fan of that. In fact, I think I'll throw a buck on it. I am actually going to knock it down to a single game parlay here. We had this whole main slate menu. Nope, I'm drilling down into that Detroit at Dallas game. I think that's where the scoring is going to be. I'm not going quite as dreamy as Jamie G. Maybe this is only a catnap dream, but I'm getting it in here. 5 leg, single game parlay. Goosing up Dak Prescott here a little bit. Give me Dak Prescott plus Give me Dak Prescott 325 or more passing yards plus 270 on its own. He's got to throw it to somebody. Why not Jalen Tolbert? No Brandon Cooks. Jalen Tolbert, 90 plus receiving yards. That's plus 750 on its own. And I think he's coming back to life. Jamie G. Sam Laporte, a Detroit Lions tight end, 80 plus receiving yards plus 500. Got to put the ball in the end zone here to hit the high total, right? So give me David Montgomery, 2 plus anytime touchdown score, plus 380. And I tease the total, Jamie G. Give me Detroit at Dallas over 60, plus 226 on the alternate total. You put them all together, not nearly as much as you, only plus 23,000 there, but a buck will still bring you home $231. And again, not going to be rich, but that's enough to either start out a catnap or you could have some extra dollars to spend at the local establishment and then make some more dollar in the dream waiters next week.
I will take turning $1 into $231 any day of the week and twice on Sunday. You should always listen to the doctor, and Dr. Dre suggests playing America's favorite game, Let Me Ride. We're going head to head here in a bankroll contest where both of us make a single wager every week. It sounds simple, but like everything else in my life, it's more complex than that. Every week, we must take our entire bankroll and let it ride on one single wager. Mills, how does this work? Where do we stand so far?
Jamie G, there are a couple of ways you can win the game. We each started out at 100 points, 100 cricket coins. If you can build up to 1,000 cricket coins, you win. It doesn't matter if you do it in one wager, if you do it gradually, whatever way, you just have to bet it all every week. No losing, or you go back to 100 points. If you want to try to win like the tortoise, you're at the 100 coins. You just want to creep up. If you can let it ride successfully 9 times in a row, a half a season, you win. So you could go, hey, I'm taking minus 800 every week. It's just got to hit 9 times in a row. You miss once, you go back to 100 coins, you start over again, and you get a strike. Because at the end of the season, if no one has gotten to 1,000 and no one successfully let it ride 9 times in a row, whoever has the fewest strikes, the fewest losses overall, wins. That's a winner by default. We don't like that. Default may or may not be the 2 sweetest words in the English language, but we are not fans. Last week, Jamie G, you were successful. You did the London thing. You took the Vikings minus 2.5, minus 110, just a good straight old regular wager. No problemo. You took that one down. So you turned your 100 coins into 190.91 coins. Good for you. I got emotional with it. I thought, oh, maybe I'm going to get a little dig in on Jamie G here. I took Stefon Diggs, anytime touchdown, plus 140. That did not get there. So that's a strike from me. On the season, Jamie G, you're at that 190.91 coins. You have 3 strikes and 1 win in a row. While I'm back at 100 coins, I have 4 strikes, 0 wins in a row. You are in the lead. You have the honors. Who are you letting your 190.91 coins ride on this week?
I'm going Tampa Bay. I'm going Tampa Bay minus 3. I know that they just got devastated by the hurricane. And for anybody that's in danger's way there, we hope you're okay. We hope you're getting the help that you need and that recovery is as smooth as it possibly can be. Some of the videos were absolutely terrifying. And actually, it'd be interesting to see with Tampa Bay's baseball team what happens because that roof got completely torn off. But I'm taking Tampa Bay here minus 3, going up against a rookie quarterback. I know that this Todd Bowles defense isn't as good as it should be, but this offense is pretty good. I just think Tampa Bay wins this, even if New Orleans has Derek Carr. But I still think that minus 3 here with Spencer Rattler is just too good not to pass up. It's minus 121, 190 cricket coins, 91 cents to win 348 cricket coins and 68 cricket cents.
That makes sense to me, and is somewhat ironically, I was also going to go with Tampa Bay, but I want to make up ground on you here, so we're not going to double up. We're not doing the Mace's second album thing. We did that once. It didn't work, so we're not trying that again. We keep talking about this game, JBG. Let's not dance around it. Give me Washington at Baltimore over 51.5. Just a regular total, nothing adjusted, nothing alternate here, minus 110. So 100 coins to bring home 190 cricket coins. I'm feeling it, baby. I'm going to juice it up a little bit, but I'm fine with the 51.5. I think we're getting there. No sweat.
Big fan of that as well. Around here, we don't fight to the death. We don't challenge each other to a duel. No, sir. We have ourselves a proper bankroll battle. We're going head to head in an ongoing wagering contest, which we'll cap off with our wagers of the week. Mills, go ahead and break it down for us. Tell us how it works and let us know where we stand through 5 weeks of this crazy 2024 NFL season.
It has been crazy. Each week, we wager a total of 150 cricket coins each on various wagers. We put 100 of those coins on our additional action. You can have anything you want, just have to have a minimum wager of 5 cricket coins, a max of 25. And you have to put 50 cricket coins down on our wager of the week. All singles here, no parlays. Last week, Jamie G, you were the victor. You were up just barely, but up 6.5 coins on the week. I was down about 36. So as a group, that put us down about 29.5 overall. And unfortunately, it happened. You were the first one to lose a wager of the week. You had Josh Allen there, your guy, did not come through, but we are still up about 402 coins on the season with our wagers of the week. So not too bad if you're still rolling with those. And you're leading the battle overall. You're up about 228 coins while I am down 45. So once again, you have the honors. Hit us with your additional action.
I'm disappointed I didn't hit that, but let's focus on this week. I've got 4 wagers here, Mills. The first one is 25 cricket coins on Jacksonville Moneyline playing against the Bears in London. It's plus 100 here. 25 cricket coins. I will win 50 cricket coins on that bad boy. I've also put in 25 cricket coins on Detroit at Dallas over 52. I know you don't like to go over anything 50, but I think this one's going to be a shootout. I don't think Dallas can stop anything. Detroit does, and I think Detroit's secondary is not very good. And as a result, voila, lots of points get scored. Minus 112, 25 cricket coins to win 47 and change. I'm also putting 25 cricket coins on Washington plus 7, Mills. I know they're at Baltimore. I know Baltimore is a 7 point. I don't understand how anybody is going to want to bet Baltimore minus 7. I don't know why you would want to do that. I'm taking Washington plus 7. The way they've been playing, I think this is a good bet. Minus 115, 25 cricket coins to win 46 cricket coins and change. And lastly, 25 cricket coins on Houston at New England under 41. Bought a couple of points here on the alternative spread. It's minus 174, so we're not going to get rich on this one, but we're trying to manufacture a win. 25 cricket coins to win 39.37 Mills.
This Commanders at Ravens game is kind of wild because it's one of those games that just kind of just listening to random radio podcasts, reading articles. I've heard people say, like, look at both sides. It's like, this is the easiest wager ever on both sides. I've heard people that are adamant that, the Ravens should be favored by 10. I've had other people arguing that it should basically be a pick 'em. So very interesting one. That's why I have a ton of interest in watching it. I'm going to spread my action out a little bit more than you. I'm going to start in Detroit, Dallas there. Give me Jameson Williams, 60 plus receiving yards, 20 coins on that bad boy at plus 200. So 20 to bring home 60. And I talked about the rookie there, maybe having a little bit of upset with the Patriots over the Texans there in New England. Give me 15 cricket coins on Drake May over 35.5 rushing yards. That's plus 180. So 15 coins to bring home 42. And I mentioned liking Denver. Went there with the Paula's fix here. I'm going to buy an alternate spread. Give me 15 coins on the Denver Broncos minus 2.5. That's plus 148. So 15 coins to bring home 37.2. Sticking right there again, back to the well with Dallas at Detroit. 15 coins on Dallas at Detroit, or Detroit at Dallas, over 52, minus 110. 15 coins to bring home about 29. And I know Bijan Robinson is healthy, but I really think they're trying to work Tyler Algier in there a little more. So I've got 10 coins on Tyler Algier, 40 plus rushing yards, plus 105. 20 coins to bring home, 10 coins to bring home 20.5 coins. Then going back to the well with this one, Jamie, this was originally one of yours. 10 coins on Justice Hill, 25 plus receiving yards, plus 145. 10 coins to bring home 24.5. Like that, what could be a potential shootout. Love this one. 10 coins on Bucky Irving, 50 plus rushing yards, plus 170. 10 coins to bring home 27. Rashad White is very questionable to play. He's a game time decision at this point, so I'm glad I already got that one in. Might not be as good of a number when you're looking at it if you're checking this out on Saturday, but very happy I got on that bad boy. And then your guy, Jamie G, 5 coins on Jaden Daniels to be a 2+ anytime touchdown scorer, plus 1,200. So got to rush him in or catch him for that to count. 5 coins to win 65. And that brings us to the big boys, our wagers of the week. And this pains me, Jamie G. I've been riding it. Every week I've been doing the same thing. I've just gone back to the well with Jaden Daniels rushing plus passing yards on the over. They finally jacked it up. I said I'm going to keep doing it until they jack it up. They jacked it way into like the 285 range this week. So I am going to back off of that one. Maybe it's bad juju going against it, but I'm trying to be smart here. So I'm going to go with your guy, Jamie G. Give me Jordan Love over 270.5 passing yards plus 130. 50 coins to bring back 115. I like that game to be a sneaky shootout. I really don't trust the Packers rushing game. It seems like most of their weapons minus Christian Watson will be back. So, and I feel confident the Cardinals can score enough points to make Love have to put the ball in the air. So I'm going with your guy, Jamie G. What are you doing for your wager of the week?
My wager of the week, we're going down to the big old B. I'm taking Detroit -3 Mills. I think they leave Dallas with the win. 50 cricket coins there to bring home 91 and 66 cents. -120 odds on Detroit -3. We're closing out the episode with our Supa Dupa Fly contest. And no, we're not doing a Missy Elliott karaoke, although that would be cool. And maybe we'll do that to wrap up the season or something. I think that's got to come after we win, though. Mills, do your thing and tell us how we did this week.
All right. We are just basically piggybacking off of the historic Westgate Vegas Super Contest here. Each week we pick 5 games against the spread based on the odds released by the Westgate. Last week, Jamie G, I went 3-2. You went 2-3. That was the first week we've done it. So I am currently up on the season and I will go first here. My 5 picks for this week are Tampa Bay -3.5, Denver +3, Green Bay -5.5, Detroit -3, and the New York Giants +3.5. Jamie G, who are your 5 picks for the Super Duper Fly contest this week?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take Jacksonville +2. I'm going to take Tampa Bay -3.5. I'm going to take Pittsburgh -3. And I know look, they didn't look great last week, and they gave up a lot of rushing yards to Dallas, and they lost the game, and Russell Wilson maybe start. I just don't know that I see Pittsburgh losing 3 games in a row. That's really where this is coming from. And I don't like what's going on in Vegas. Pittsburgh -3, Detroit -3, and last but certainly not least, Washington +6.5.
All right, he's putting the proverbial money where the mouth is. I like it.
Hey, man, I'm a man of my word, and this is our episode of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. Thank you guys for checking out another one featuring the Sunday main slate games. We appreciate doing this with you, and we appreciate you being here with us each and every week. Best thing you can do is throw the thumb and subscribe so you don't miss a single one of our wagers, because we want to make money with you. Go ahead and drop a comment on your favorite wager of the week and then send me those slips. All right, I want to see your slip. Let's do a slip pick. Put it in the DMs. I'll send you my bet slip right back, and let's make this money together. Mills will let you know where you can find all of our stuff.
We will be trying to make money, lots and lots of money, on Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Seize the Gap Fantasy Football. And you can find us wherever you get your pods and on YouTube. We're on social media at Seize the Gap FF. Same place on the web, seizethegapff.com. Very simple and easy to remember, just like the flaps. FLAPS. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please remember the thumb. I'm Magnum Mills. He's Jamie G. And remember, we can help you bet it. We can help you bank it. But blowing it, that's up to you.
Sticks of dynamite.